Do what you have to do.
I always do, Sam. I always do.
Hey everybody, this is Chronic Jester with the second episode of What's in the Box. We're looking at Splinter Cell Conviction today, and I gotta say this game is pretty fun. Beat the whole thing. Played it a while ago, so I don't know if I remember all the buttons, but it's a pretty good Splinter Cell game. Now, to say it's the same as all the other ones would not be entirely true. There's a lot of gameplay changes, which we'll go through, and I really like the story for this one. It kind of continues on from the other ones and answers some questions that you might have been wondering from the earlier games. One of the biggest gameplay changes, I'd have to say, is there's less of an emphasis on stealth. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't be stealthy, because it's actually probably better to be stealthy, you know, taking out guys in the darkness and whatnot. But if you mess up and people get alerted, it doesn't start the level over. You pretty much have to figure it out, which is kind of nice. The downside of that is you can just pretty much run into a room and just go guns a-blazing, and it doesn't really matter if you did it stealthy or did it action-packed, which I'd like to see there more an emphasis on stealth, personally. Right here, what I'm doing is the new execute system, which happens when you take down a guy in hand-to-hand combat. You get this ability to execute just like that. After you you know, take down this guy, I just threw him into the wall. That's had to put that in there. That was really funny. Once you take down a guy and get this execute, you can mark people. You can mark their heads, and you will take them out in the order that you marked them. It's very handy, really easy to use. Maybe cheating a little bit, but it's really fun to go into the slow motion and, you know, take out a room of guys. The weapon upgrading system is really cool in this game. You can put silencers, scopes, better bullets on different guns like pistols, you know, rifles, you name it. Even a shotgun, but I think you had to pre-order it to get the shotgun. There's grenades, you know, all the good stuff from the old games. I do like in this game when you are hidden in the shadows, the game turns into a black and white color scheme. Or I guess that's not a color scheme, but when you're in the light and can be seen, everything goes into color. I thought it was a very good way of doing the, you know, stealth and, you know, being able to be detected. Here I'm trying to be sneaky and use my gadgets to take out a few guys before they notice me. I pretty much fail, and you get to see that. It's not like, oh, game over, I have to take out these guys. This guy decides to walk close to my sticky cam, but doesn't die when it explodes. I think I try to blow him up with a grenade. I might get him my own. I can't remember. Yep. So now they know I'm here. The new cover system is not quite as good, let's say, as like a Gears of War, but it's still a really good cover system. Here coming up, I kind of mess up. I kind of dance on the cover, but that's completely user error. But it is possible. It's not as robust as a Gears of War. If you saw that kind of shadow, like outline of Sam, is my last known position. So when the enemy sees you and then you go out of their line of sight, they'll assume where you are and maybe attack that position and flank it, where you could be on the other side of the map taking them out, which is a really cool way of flanking and knowing where the enemies are thinking you're at. I think I show an interrogation sequence coming up here against this guy. Oh, I EMP'd him right there. And I fast forward so that there wouldn't be any spoilers. This is hot. These sequences are great. You know, this guy doesn't want to answer me, so I decide to throw his head on the side of the truck. Boom. Oh, he still won't answer me. So, gonna throw his head on the side of this tree trunk. Tree stump, I guess. Still not listening. So now he's trying to get the jump on me with a knife, but thanks for playing.
You don't know who does.
I really like the way they've integrated some cinematics and the objectives into the game, where it's going to be on the side of buildings or on the ground, to where you don't have to go outside the game to see these things. It keeps you always immersed. So right there it says infiltrate the warehouse, and I don't have to go to any menu or look at anything or listen to anybody say it. It's there, something that I would know as the character. Right here I use the execute system, which is pretty fun, taking out a whole room of guys at once. So right now I'm methodically going through and picking out the guys I want to take. I can only mark 4 right now, so I'm going to try to get in sight with all their icons are red. Take out these 2 guys by dropping something on them and then execute. I think you do it by the right or left bumper if you're playing Xbox, but it's been a while since I played it, so I don't quite remember. Oh, so that's my last known position, that shadow of me right there. So that's what I think I'm at. Yeah, so let's talk about some news for Halo Reality while we're watching this video. We got some announcements, pretty big announcements of the way you're going to interact with Halo Reality and what's coming in the future. Coming up, I can't say anything right now, but stay tuned. I think that's about the news. Oh, we will be coming out with some more Reach videos. I know Reach has come out, dying to play it. Be looking for that, and I think that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you on Xbox Live.